when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop?
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
Why am I? You're going to guess this one so quickly.
Oh my gosh, please don't say that.
Y'all hoes gotta make up shit to convince yourself that I'm not that shit. That I'm not that bitch. So scared I'ma fuck your man. I don't want no dick that a broke hoe had. Y'all itching to go back and forth. I ain't worried about nothing that a broke hoe said. A bitch can't get a rise out of me because I know that hoe ain't making no bread.
I feel like this is the Meg Thee Stallion.
It is. Do you know what song it is?
No, I'm trying to think. All right, say it again. Say it again.
Y'all hoes gotta make up shit to convince yourself that I'm not that bitch. So scared I'ma fuck your man. I don't want no dick that a broke hoe had. Y'all itching to go back and forth. I ain't worried about nothing that a broke hoe said. A bitch can't get a rise out of me because I know that hoe ain't making no bread.
Is this up the new album?
Not the latest version of it, but the original, like, Megan album.
Megan
yes.
album.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is this? I'm looking at the track list right.
Look at the track list. Tell me which one you think it is.
Is it? Is it Accent?
No.
No? Okay. Is it His? Okay, which one is it?
It's Miami Blue.
Oh, okay.
The one that I originally was like, this should be cut. But now I've changed my mind and I really like it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, recently I've been listening to Miami Blue a lot. I actually really like it. It's a good song. I like it.
Okay. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on, I was like, let me pause because I want to do it in her diction. Hold on.
I'm ready.
Okay. Slang, spin game, change speech, how they do that. Watch the mouse drop, watch the crowds pop and act out. Broads with the screw face smashed on this knockout. Ain't changed the game, don't run me, I run the game.
No clue. You're gonna have to do it a little bit slower for me. No clue.
Okay. Slang, spit game, change speech, how they do that. Watch they mouths drop, watch the crowds pop up and act out. Broads with the screw face smash on the knockout. Ain't changed the game, don't run me, I run the game.
I have no idea. Not even a semblance of an idea.
Early 2000s.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. What's another good clue? Actress too.
Okay.
Was part of a
actress like
has a new book coming out.
Has a new book coming out, or the book has already come out?
I think it's coming out, a memoir.
Oh my God. Is this Queen Latifah?
No, it's not Queen Latifah.
Is it Eve?
It's Eve.
Okay, her book already came out.
Okay, it already came out. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
my bad.
I feel like I don't know what song this is. What song is this?
It's Who's That Girl?
Are you sure you're rapping it like her? Because I know that.
I was attempting to.
I take that back. I'm sorry.
What is this, rhythm and flow? Like,
I don't know. Anyway. Hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. How are you? What's going on? What's new?
I'm good. I'm here for the holiday spirit, here for the holiday season.
Love that.
We put up our Christmas tree. My sister and I did a little like tree. It's really corny, but my sister and I do like a tree lighting ceremony, like, and it's just us two. But like after we decorate it, we'll like light it up, and then we have like apple cider and everything. So that went up after the holidays.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah, no,
fun.
things are good. How about you?
I honestly, I feel like I don't, or lately in the last couple of years, I'm not like in the Christmas spirit.
Okay.
Like I don't know what it is about. I really don't have an excuse to
Mm-hmm.
not be in the Christmas spirit. I just kind of don't get into that. I don't know why. But that's what it's been like lately.
Mm.
But obviously my birthday is in 2 days.
Yeah, what are you doing for your birthday?
I will be 28. So I'm going to have every year I have like a birthday dinner where I make all my friend groups come and sit together. And it's like everybody knows, like we're gonna have a birthday dinner on Mariah's birthday.
Yeah.
And then next week I'm gonna go ice skating. I'm trying to get into the holiday spirit. And then my friends and I are doing this Friday. We're having like a little Secret Santa gift exchange.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, so you're in
Um,
the holiday spirit.
so
Ice skating,
I'm
Secret Santa.
trying. But they're half like events for that, half like me celebrating my birthday, just like doing little stuff. But yeah, really besides that, nothing much. I'm just chilling, very excited for the holidays.
No, I get
The
it.
break, I'm very excited for, and I need a break.
I was like,
I'm
you're
very
like free me as a teacher.
free me. I'm very ready for it. But you know what? Yeah, that's good. Okay, should we get into some hot topics?
Yeah, let's do it.
We have to talk about something that's not on this list, but it just came out.
Hmm.
And I'm going to put a trigger warning because this is going to mention sexual assault.
Oh.
But a lawsuit just came out that named. Okay, wait, let me pull it up. And read what it says. It says a lawsuit just came out, a civil lawsuit accusing Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in the year 2000 with Diddy. I was shocked. And of course he responded to it. He released the statement. But the statement, it feels like it's like a first person statement. Like he just typed this up. It is like, basically he's like, there's no way I did this. If it's real, then why not file a criminal suit over a civil one? And then he's like, basically the lawyer was trying to extort him. Like that's what Jay-Z is saying in his statement. Like
Okay.
the lawyer who's representing the anonymous girl was trying to extort him, and he said no, like I'm not going to do that. So let's go to court. Because the lawyer wanted him to settle. And he's basically like, yeah, we're going to fight this because this didn't happen. And reading in like the NBC News article about like reporting about this, they said that like the girl was like 13 at the time and she didn't have a ticket to the MTV Music, the VMAs, and then some random car like took her, or she was like trolling outside like around looking for a car to take her to an after party or something.
Yeah.
Took her to an after party that ended up being at Diddy's house. They gave her a drink. Somebody gave her a drink, and it made her a little woozy. And then she says that it was at this point that, allegedly Jay-Z and Diddy come into the room and they assault her there was another female artist watching. So who's to say if this is real or not? Who's to say if this happened or not? But this is absolutely, I just feel
pretty
bad.
damning. That's pretty damning.
I feel bad for the girl, because
Yeah.
like you're 13, and I mean, who knows, put you into a position. What has happened in your life that led you at 13 to be outside trying to get into VMAs after parties? Like that in itself is like, that poor girl already. Like, what is her life like already? And then this happens,
Yeah.
allegedly. Obviously, we don't know for real, but I mean, I'm always on the side of victims. Guilty until proven innocent. Okay, like
No, for
especially
sure.
when it comes to this kind of shit.
Well, I was about to say, I was like, low key, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Oh, for
with,
sure.
Like, because I'm like, there has to be something. If it's not like,
Others.
if it's not this, then I'm
there have to be others.
There has
I
to
feel like
be.
it's
Unfortunately.
no, I mean truly, yeah, it's very deeply unfortunate for all the victims, but like they should get justice if this happened. And I'm like, listen, like I love Jay-Z. He's always been like one of my favorite rappers, but if he really did this, like this is disgusting, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's like absolutely awful. And it was just like, I mean, it's not just like, obviously, it's nothing like, but like with Meg, when that lawsuit originally came out of her employee that was accusing her of like performing sexual acts, like while he was locked in the car. And I said the same thing. I'm like, if she did this is fucking gross. Like, I hope, I pray this isn't true. Because like, that poor girl though, you know, having to dredge all this up. And now everybody on the internet is on the side of Jay-Z saying, she's a liar, you know, this, just like all of Diddy's other victims. And that really sucks. Obviously, we would hope that it's not true. But if it is true, like, god damn.
Yeah.
I mean, woof. That's like I don't know who else could fall at that point. If I mean, they're getting everybody the fuck about it.
I was like, listen, they're clearing house.
It's time though, you know. I think it's a very long overdue. And so yeah, I just wanted to like talk about that because I just saw that and I was like, I feel like we should say something about it.
We gotta say something about it. Yeah,
that's so like fucking crazy though. Like, oh, that poor girl. I mean, she's a grown woman now, but even still, that poor woman, like, to have gone through something like this, and all those women who've gone through shit like this, it's just crazy the way that men use money and power and access and codes of silence and things to just make women's lives so difficult at every fucking turn. It's disgusting.
Yeah, no, truly.
It's like what Issa Rae said, like about how, you know, when she started her record label, that she learned that the music industry was more crooked and worse than the fucking film industry. And I feel like that's saying something. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, woof, but God, I wish healing for this victim. You know, I hope that she doesn't have to come out and like reveal her identity, because you know, once that happens, I mean, obviously, you always hope it's not true, because like, who wants to think that Jay-Z is doing that kind of shit? But I mean, it's crazy.
Listen, you'll be surprised.
You might be. I mean, I don't know if I can be surprised at this point anymore. I feel like I don't.
That's true.
Do I put anything past anybody? You know?
No, exactly.
I don't even know anymore. But that shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But should we get into some good stuff?
I was going to say, where do you want to start with the good stuff?
I feel like I want to start with the list of the end of year list that I compiled. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of rhetoric online about, oh, female rap is in trouble. Female rap needs a new superstar. Female rap is like boring without so-and-so, like nothing's good. But then I'm seeing all of these end of year best lists that are mentioning all of these female rappers and all the amazing work that they've been doing, because we know, because we've been reporting on it all year, that this has actually been a really incredible year.
It really has.
For female rap, I mean, the entire year, honestly. So like Rolling Stone named Ice Spice's Y2K, Sexy Red's In Sexy We Trust, Lotto's Sugar Honey Iced Tea, Anicia's Princess Pop That, Glorilla's Glorious, and Doechie's Alligator Bites Never Heal. They made a list of the 100 best albums of 2024, and all of those female rap albums made it. Now, I was a little bit shocked that Ice Spice's album could have made the list.
So I was just talking about this yesterday. I was like, no one has seen a greater fall off.
Yeah, poor Ice Spice.
Like, nosedive. Like, think about, like, we were talking about her at the beginning of the year, and then all of a sudden she had to be like, I work out. And it just took a left turn.
Damn. Poor her. It's the only instance where getting skinny has not helped your career. Like, I actually don't think, I mean, and that's obviously not the only reason why, because the music's just not great now. It really, and I don't think that has anything to do with her losing weight or anything, but I was shocked to see it on this list, especially given that I was shocked that I didn't see Megan's album on this list. I didn't see Rhapsody's album on this list, and I was just shocked. Then there were some other ones like Pitchfork named Yeah, Get It Sexy, TGIF, Move in their 100 best songs of the year.
Mm-hmm.
NME named Sticky, Wannabe, Nissan Altima, and Hiss as the 50 best songs of the year. Vulture listed Hiss as one of the best songs of the year. TikTok put out an entire list of like the top 10 songs of 2024. And at number 3 was Tell Your Girlfriend by Lay Banks. Number 5 was Flo Milli, Never Lose Me. Number 9 was TGIF by Glorilla. Billboard ranks Glorious and Alligator Bites Never Heal as the top 50 albums of the year. Up Rocks named Alligator Bites Never Heal, Fine Ho Stay, Glorious, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, Megan, Please Don't Cry, The Drive Home, and Worldwide Whack as some of the best albums of the year. Like, I could go on. Like, Doja Cat was the most streamed female rapper on both Spotify and Apple Music for 2024, despite not releasing any album. Or I guess she did release the deluxe, but does that count? I guess it counts.
Yeah,
I guess it counts. Yeah, Glow was the most streamed female rap song on 2024 on Spotify. Wannabe with Megan Thee Stallion was the most streamed female rap collaboration. Mamushi was the most streamed female male rap collaboration. Those are all Spotify. And then the Associated Press named Alligator Bites Never Heal one of the best albums of 2024. It's been such a banner year for female rappers. I just think that's so
that's really cool. It's really cool that they've been getting the recognition. But also, like you said, there's just been so much music that's come out this year that there's a lot of material to go through.
I feel like since we've been doing this podcast, there has not been this good of a year. Like, so much music to talk about. So many full-length projects to talk about. Like, we haven't gotten.
And that's why it's important to vote in our award show.
Vote in our award show. We're going to extend the voting by just a little bit, which we don't typically do. The voting will now close on December 20th instead of December 10th.
Cool.
So make sure you vote. So then another thing, they released a list of the best-selling female rappers in 2024 and the top 10. So the top 10, number 10, Ice Spice. Number 9, Lauryn Hill. That one surprised me.
That surprised me.
But you know what? It's okay. Number 8, Flo Milli. Number 7, Lotto. Number 6, Cardi B. That one surprised me.
That one's surprising
because she hasn't released an album. Like, what? I mean, good for her. Number 5, Sexy Red. Number 4, Glorilla. Number 3, Megan Thee Stallion. Number 2, Doja Cat. And number 1, Nicki Minaj. I guess that doesn't really surprise me that Nicki was number 1. But I guess maybe it could have been Doja Cat. But for Megan to be number 3, that surprised me.
Yeah.
For Megan to be number 3.
No, I was surprised. But I don't know. I guess it kind of makes sense. But Lauryn Hill was definitely surprising, though.
Lauryn Hill was very surprising. But I just think it's like how incredible it is that they're selling so well.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's talk about Billboard. So remember we talked about earlier in the summer when they had first made their hottest female rappers, or the 10 hottest female rappers of 2024 list, and we were talking about like, this doesn't make sense. Like, at the front, I was like, this is not computing, it's not tracking, like, this doesn't make sense. But they actually just made another one, and I think it's good. Like, you got to reevaluate.
You think it makes sense?
This one?
Yes.
This one, I'll say there's some that I agree with for sure. So the list is at number 10, Cardi B. Number 9, Rhapsody. Number 8, JT. Number 7, Doja Cat. Number 6, Doechii. Number 5, Lotto. Number 4, Sexy Red. Number 3, Nicki Minaj. Number 2, Megan Thee Stallion. And number 1, Glorilla. So you clearly have some thoughts. It's all over your face. What are your thoughts?
First of all, put Lotto in top 3.
I agree.
She needs to be in top 3. Like,
I think Doechii should be. I would argue for Doechii to be number 4. Top 5 for sure. Top 5 for sure.
I think Doechii is top 5. Yeah, I think you got to take out Nicki Minaj and Sexy Red and move up Doechii and Lotto. But then you have Doja Cat, which I don't know. I would put her, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess she would be at a 6 for me in comparison because of the other projects that came out this year.
Right.
So,
I think Rhapsody making this list is quite interesting, though. Because I feel like she's never in these conversations and people just kind of use her as a pawn because of the kind of rap music that she
Yeah,
makes.
that's
And they
fair.
kind of weaponize Rhapsody against these, pretty much all of these other women on this list, to be
Yeah.
honest, to talk about, well, she's better than them or she's that. I mean, it's good that she's getting her recognition and she's getting her
Mhm.
flowers because Rhapsody can fucking spit. You know what I mean?
Would you keep JT on here? Or would you add Flo Milli?
I would absolutely. I think if I were going to reorder this list, I would keep Glorilla and Megan. I would keep it the same. I think Glorilla should be number 1. I think Megan should be number 2. I would even move. Mine would go Glorilla, Megan, Doechii, then Lotto.
Okay.
Then after Lotto, I would put Nicki. And I would only put Nicki because of the tour. You know, like she just ended this tour like maybe a month or 2 ago, and it was incredibly successful.
Mhm.
And so I think, okay, she deserves to be at number 5. I would then put Doja Cat, because she also went on tour this year, and it was still incredibly successful. I don't know. Actually, then I don't know because this is hard for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I had feelings when I first looked at it, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. But Glorilla and Meg being at 1 and 2 did
That
feel
makes
right.
sense. I definitely think if we're reevaluating toward the end of the year, I don't think I would put JT on the list.
Yeah.
I think I would have put Flo Milli, but even then I'm like, damn,
But
I
even
don't
then,
know.
yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's hard. Maybe we should think of that. Maybe
We
we
should
should come up with our list of like our top 10 hottest female rappers of 2024 at the very end of, I don't know, I'm just talking. But I just love that we're at the point where we're having an argument about it,
right?
Because there's so many to
There's
argue
so many
about.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh,
can we talk about? Oh
no, go ahead. What were you gonna say,
Sweetie, with this Forever 21 collab?
Now,
first of all, I thought
okay,
Forever
go.
21. I thought Forever 21 closed. Like I thought they were bankrupt. I thought they were done. Like I thought that they went into Neverland with Charlotte Russe.
No, I feel like Forever 21. I feel like they've been held by like partnerships. You know,
Okay.
Like if every time I walk into Forever 21, it's like Cheetos on all the clothes, Taco
You're
Bell,
so right.
Pepsi, Hello Kitty, on that stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, this store isn't for me anymore. There's nothing here that I can shop, but this partnership, it makes sense for her brand, you know. I feel like Sweetie's not a super high fashion girl, you know. Like we think Sweetie, we don't think like, boom, Balenciaga, boom, you know, Chanel or all that. I'm not saying she don't wear it.
Right.
But
I see what you're saying.
But her brand is a little bit closer to Forever 21 making sense.
Yeah.
For her to have a collection with them versus like Cardi B. Like if Cardi B did a Forever 21, and actually, let's talk about Cardi B. No, it still ties into this. I randomly was scrolling on Instagram the other day, and one of her posts came up. I don't even follow Cardi B on Instagram, but one of her posts came up, and it was a ad, like a paid partnership with Shein.
Oh, really?
Yes. Isn't that completely insane to you?
Yeah.
Cardi B does not give Shein. There is no way in hell Cardi B has one item of clothing in her closet from Shein. Like she's literally right now was a Marc Jacobs poster girl. Is like known for her like wearing Balenciaga and Rick Owens, and Cardi B is the high fashion girl. Like, come on, like if we're gonna talk about someone being high fashion as far as the rapper, it's Cardi B.
Yeah,
but for her to be doing a partnership with Shein, I mean, God, I can't think of anybody more lowbrow than that. Like, as far as like fashion and fast fashion comes, that's like the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I'm like, how deep are their pockets that they can afford a Cardi B
collab? They could afford the Instagram post.
They can afford the Instagram post. That's true. But I'm like, damn, but how much was the Instagram post? How much is it? I mean, look, niggas got kids to feed.
Right.
It's the holidays.
It's not holidays. Literally,
It's-
she could have made her holiday gifts off of that one post.
And look, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad.
Like, you
And
do
that's
what you
why- and
gotta
that's-
do.
And that's how I felt about this Sweetie collab. I was like, I'm not mad because she always stays in a bag.
Shit, the bills gotta get paid somehow.
Listen,
I'm not saying nobody's streaming Sweetie's music. But
but
I mean, she gotta pay the bills.
she
you
got
know?
she
So
got to do some
I
stuff.
respect
Got to make
it.
it shake.
I respect it. Can we talk about Doechii for a second?
Yes.
Okay. Well, did you watch her Tiny
The
Desk
late night.
or did you watch the late night performance?
I watched the late night. I watched a little bit of the Tiny Desk.
Yes.
Late night performance with Stephen Colbert was
Yes.
incredible.
I
I think
mean-
she said she choreographed that.
Yes. She choreographed it. She came up with that concept for the braids with her stylist or her hairstylist. And now they started turning on Doechii on Twitter.
Wait, okay, so why?
they
I
said
just
she's
I
making
saw you
Harriet
made a
Tubman.
TikTok.
I did make a TikTok because I was so mad about it. Because people are talking about she makes Harriet Tubman music and protest slave music. And I said, what about
Stop.
Doechii gives protest slave music?
Y'all not listening. Y'all
They
not
not
listening.
listening.
Y'all not listening.
The problem is when you ask niggas to do just a little bit of critical thinking, it's too much for them.
Right.
They want
No, I
Boss
thought it
Man
was so-
D-Lo.
Stop. Where's this song? Come again with me. But no, I thought it was super creative and like, I don't know, I was like Black womanhood. I was like the braids, the
Oh.
nails,
Oh,
like
everything
know.
about
was-
it.
it was really cool. And then like from the Tiny Desk performance, like I saw
My
from what
God.
I saw, I'm like everybody got braids. Everybody got the same braids.
Everybody has braids. Everybody
Everybody-
is black.
Everybody's black. Everybody's a woman.
Everybody. Oh my
Uh,
God, love it.
And I thought it was so cool. I only had seen a little bit of it, but I liked that. I like when artists do a new version of their song
Yes,
with like, and especially with the live band, and it sounds like a different version of it.
So
It was
the live band sound
so
amazing.
beautiful. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I literally after that I was like, I need to go to a Tiny Desk concert. Like how do I get these tickets?
You don't even get invited. It's not
Yeah.
a thing where you can buy tickets. It's like an in-office thing. You have to work at NPR.
That's how we do it.
Yes,
Alright.
it's
Well,
that was how the whole thing started, which is crazy. But
gatekeep.
no, for real though. But
No,
don't
but
know.
incredible.
I just thought the Tiny Desk. Well, the late night show as well, but the Tiny Desk more specifically, like I just feel like her presence is so dynamic. You know, like her voice
Mhm.
is so dynamic. Like she just has something about her that's so very individualistic and so very
Right.
like she's so in tune with her sound, with her
Mhm.
image, with everything. I love her and her DJ Miss Milan.
Yeah.
Like, how is the DJ DJing and there's no DJ equipment?
that's what I was.
There's
Yes.
like, come on, they're so fucking in sync.
Yeah.
And I think the breath control too.
Uh-huh.
Man, look, they went to the Matthew Knowles School of Breath fucking Control. Okay, that is a performer, and people have been saying like there are rumors that Doechii, and I don't know, maybe this is people just wishing and
Talking,
hopeful
yeah.
wishing. They're saying that Doechii might be the opening act for this tour.
Okay. Before you put that in, I was thinking about that actually because I think it makes sense.
I think she's ready for it.
I think it makes sense.
I think Doechii is ready to be an opening act on a stadium tour.
You know, I wonder if it's like after the Grammys, like if she gets a Grammy,
Well, I
if
think
that's
she's
like
going
the
to.
sealed deal. Like
I actually fully
Is-
think she's going to.
she's gonna walk away with something.
No, 100% Doechii will not leave the Grammys empty-handed. And I will put money on that, actually. And I don't gamble, but I fully believe she's leaving with something.
Yeah, I
She
hope
has
so.
to be. Especially because all of this marketing, this last final push that she has, like,
Yeah.
before the last round of Grammy voting, like, it's perfect to me.
Yeah.
I hope she's the opening act. I already have my tickets.
I was like, you bought the tickets?
Oh, you
I
fucking
think
know I bought the tickets.
I was like, the last
You
time-
Okay, yes. Wait, what were you
the
gonna
last
say?
time I was gonna say the last time that we spoke, the album had just came out, and I only
Yes.
heard one song.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
It was so good. It was so good. It
Do
was
you have
so
your
good.
favorites? What
Oh,
are your
yeah.
favorites? Tell me
I
what are your
love
favorites. Like
Hey
top 5 or
Now.
something.
Hey Now, like TV Off. What else? GNX.
GNX, I think, is very slept on. I think
GNX.
it's
Yes.
like they don't get it at first, But I'm like, the girls who get it, okay?
Yeah. Listen, on Hey Now, when Dodie Six slides in, he was like, "Who the fuck I look
Oh
like?
my
I feel
god,
like
like it
Joker."
was just so
What?
incredible. Like everything about it was incredible.
Obviously, Squabble Up, Whacked Out My Murals, like the whole thing, like bangers. I need to listen to Peekaboo again. I've been seeing that a lot or hearing that a lot more recently.
Oh, I love
Um,
Peekaboo.
but yeah, slaps, like very West Coast. Like
Very.
it was just like
Super.
I felt like the entire time I was like making the stink face. I was like,
Like,
"Ooh,
come
ooh."
on. No, like dead ass. No,
Yeah,
he really slid. Like this
Yeah.
whole thing, I don't know if I could. Okay, if I had to think about my top 5, let me think. Okay, I definitely The Heart Part 6. That song made me very emotional. Whacked Out Murals for sure. Probably TV Off, Dodger Blue, and Hey Now would be my top 5. So Whacked Out Murals, TV Off. Oh, but I don't know because I love Reincarnated. And I love Man at the Garden. And I see the whole fucking thing. Like, I just can't choose. It's so fucking good.
I love that line in TV Off when he was like, "I hate a bitch that hates on a bitch, and they both hoes." And I hate a nigga
that
was like,
hate
"I
on a
hate
nigga,"
a
and
nigga,
they
and
both
broke.
They both broke. He
Ugh.
really spits nothing but facts.
Oh my god!
Like,
yeah.
let's start there. It's all facts.
No, that was fire.
No, the album was incredible, and I really
But it
hope
would be-
that Doechii opens for them.
No, that would be really good.
Let me tell you, the last time I went, the last time I saw, like, I almost missed an opening act. Well, when I went to go see Doja Cat, Doechii was her opener, and we got there, and they started on time, and I did not think they were going to start on time.
Right.
So I missed like 1 or 2 songs from Doechii's set, but I also think during Doechii's set, like, the lighting was working against her, and so she was really dark on the screen, so we couldn't really see a lot of it.
Okay.
But so that didn't feel good that I didn't get to see her because I was really excited to see her.
Right.
Then when we went to go see Meg, we got so drunk pre-gaming that we were late. We had to run to the stadium. We heard Glorilla performing as we're running into the stadium, arena. So I barely saw Glorilla perform. So won't be getting too drunk beforehand.
You gotta
because I'm not missing. Because my thing is, I can get drunk and go to a concert, but the thing is niggas are starting concerts on time now. When did that happen? I thought I had time to get here, get a drink,
get a little drinky drink, get some merch,
then go to my seat. Then they're like, I don't know when we starting concerts exactly at the time on the ticket.
Maybe they started charging them. Who knows?
I mean, I'm sure they probably charged them something. But I remember when I saw Lil Wayne, and listen, the concert was supposed to start, I believe, at like 8:30. Okay, not gonna happen. We already knew that.
Yeah.
9:30 gets there. I said, oh, where's the opening at? 10 o'clock gets there. I said, oh, I know this nigga playing. He comes out maybe like 10:15-ish. He performs for maybe 30 minutes. And like, look, he's performing all the hits. Okay, like, I'm screaming at the top of my fucking lungs. Then maybe 30 minutes into the set, he takes a break. He leaves, and the opening act comes onto the stage to perform.
Nah.
In the middle of his set. And it is already almost 11 o'clock, Brianna.
Yeah, no.
So, of course, we all are like, oh, this is the perfect time. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to go get a drink. This is what everybody's doing. Nobody came here to see Lil Twist. So he sees people doing this. He sees people like leaving to go get drinks, storms out like a little bitch and says, y'all not going to respect our time? Thank you. Good night. Drops the mic on the stage, ushers his artist off stage. Concert is over.
That's ridiculous.
He didn't perform for a full hour, Brianna. And he threw a fit and left.
At 11.
No. It was before that.
Or 10, at 10.
No, it was like he came out at 10, but the concert had to be over before 11. And it was
crazy.
I said, this is why your ass performing at House of Blues now, nigga. Because you done, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there, but
Don't
I
even
just
go
like.
there.
Anyway, we were talking about Doechii.
Yeah.
I'm like keeping my fingers crossed. I'm going to pray to all my gods that she gets to open for this.
Yes.
Did you watch Flo Milli on Carisha, please? Because I didn't watch it.
I watched a little bit of it. First of all,
tell me.
Production.
It's gotten better?
Gone up.
Wow.
We got the 360 camera.
Ooh.
We got some nice couches. But Carisha, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. From what I watched so far, I was like, Carisha, like, what happened to like the shots and like I don't know
Oh, they
the
not
like
doing shots no more?
the hookah, and like
Well,
no, it felt
Flo Milli was
very like
pregnant.
well, yes, but she wasn't pregnant there. Like,
How do you know?
or actually, you
She
know what?
just
I
didn't look
don't.
pregnant.
I didn't know, but
Mhm.
it felt very. It definitely felt elevated and a
Yeah.
lot more manicured, and Carisha definitely had some more, I think, talking points. I feel like throughout it versus just like kind of feeling out the vibe,
Mhm.
which low key I kind of miss. Like I feel like that's what kept me around because of her
Is
like
how ghetto it
authenticity.
was?
I never said ghetto.
Oh, okay.
I never said ghetto. See, and that was a projection. That was a projection. And it
You're right. I'm
shows.
sorry. You're right. I'm so
I said
sorry.
her authenticity. Her authenticity.
You're right. Authenticity.
Because she
We
wasn't
appreciate it.
sugarcoating. She wasn't sugarcoating anything, and
She
so it
wasn't.
felt like, I don't know, a little bit more manicured, but it was cute because it was Flo Milli was talking about how like she got famous and like how when she became famous it was like during the pandemic, and
That's-
she was like, yeah, so like I got famous and I didn't realize like the power that my words had, so she's like I had to go off on Twitter and then I'd get all this backlash, and she was like I didn't realize like I was at a certain level of fame.
Yeah.
And then she was like, when it came to like performing first, she was like, oh, I'm like kind of nervous because like, I don't know if these people actually still like mess with me a whole year later when she was able to actually perform. And so she was talking about kind of, I guess, anxieties that she had about going to perform. But no, it was interesting. From what I saw so far, she was just talking about like the early stages of her career. And she's like, you know, I've taken things a lot more seriously since the beginning.
Yes.
And she's like, I put in a lot of time, so I want to protect what my career can be.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. I'm gonna watch the rest of it.
I think I'm gonna watch it now. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but now I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
Should we talk about new music?
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of new music. Did you get a chance to listen to Lakia's Key Mix 3 mixtape? If you did, what were your thoughts?
I did not listen to the mixtape. I listened to the first song, and I was just like,
you didn't like it.
No. I was like, why are you? I don't know. Like, it wasn't resonating for me. I didn't necessarily like care to hear what she had to say.
Fair.
But I'm not sure what the mixtape will look like for me once I listen to her.
I actually was listening to it while I was driving today, and it was like really like smooth, easy listening kind of vibe. Like I was like, she kind of slid on this. Like
Really?
obviously the samples that she's using are kind of carrying the mixtape because they're samples of very famous like R&B songs. And I'm like, how did she get all these samples cleared? Like, I don't know where the budget went for that one, but no, but I actually kind of liked it. I was really surprised. It's very different from her previous mixtapes. Like it's a lot more mellow and low key and laid back.
Okay.
And I kind of like that.
You know? Okay.
What about Gloss Up? Did you listen to her song Seeing Red? And if you did, what were your thoughts?
I did a little bit. First of all, I was kind of like sad when she was like, "Oh, my city don't mess with me no more." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
I have no idea what she's talking about.
I was like, "What's been going on in Memphis?
What's going on?" But I was sad when I was listening to this song.
Yeah, I was kind of sad. Sad.
Damn, I feel bad.
I know.
Because she's kind of like, please don't count me out. Like, y'all remember that song I did that was really good? Like,
right.
I can still do that. Like, I don't listen. I'm not saying I'm going to return to this song.
Yes,
but I mean, she can rap.
She can rap.
She
can rap.
I just want her to stay consistent. You know, keep doing it. You might have a couple like slumps. You know what I did see on TikTok? She's on a show, on a reality TV show.
Oh, really?
On BT. She's on a reality TV show on BT, and I don't have cable, so I don't really watch. Why would I watch BT? But it's called The Impact, and it's like a ton of influencers, like Black influencers, and I think light skin Keisha is also on the show. I saw like light skin Keisha, G Herbo's baby mama Ari is on it. Like a lot of like Twitter like Black famous influencers. And, and there was this one scene, I think Gloss Up was in a meeting And this is the clip that kept coming up on TikTok. Glossop is like in a meeting with somebody from her label. And then I think Light Skin Keisha is also there. And Glossop was just being so honest. She's like, when I'm performing at these shows, nobody's singing my songs. She's like, the record does well for like a month and then it doesn't do well after that. And the label's like, well, you need a hit, blah, 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 something like that. And I'm like, I just feel bad because she's like, I don't get what's not clicking. Like, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to do? I don't have any help. I don't have any guidance. Like, I don't know where to go. And I just feel like that is so sad. Like,
that is sad.
They kind of just threw you in the water and are hoping that you can swim and are expecting you to be able to swim, but are providing you with no lifelines.
Resources,
like, it was really sad to watch because she's like, I have these kids to take care of. I got my family looking at me, asking me for this and that, but I've been on my own since I was 17. Like, I mean, it's sad. Like, I want her to win. I really do. But I mean,
what's the point of the show? Like, what's the point of it? Okay.
No idea. I've only seen the clips that keep going viral. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of that. Ari, who's the influencer, had a friend. His name was Tucson. And she gave him a check for his birthday. And it was for $10,000 because towards a new car. It was like a down payment towards a new car. $10,000. And he was like, I guess he told her he needed a new car. She got it for him for his birthday. Then he created a GoFundMe because Ari did not give him the money. And he was on Twitter saying, I thought she was my friend, asking people to donate $10,000 to this GoFundMe so he could get it. So he could get a car. So then Ari said, I knew he was on some shit. So I sent the money to the car dealership and they sent it back because his credit wasn't good enough for him to get a car. And I just like was thinking, first of all, how obtuse do you have to be to get on Twitter asking people for $10,000 for a down payment for a luxury vehicle?
Yeah.
I
don't got it for you, babe.
Simply would never. But I just thought the whole thing was so funny because I'm watching these clips that are popping up and he is so obviously, allegedly, coked out of his fucking mind during these scenes. Like, I mean, you can see it in his eyes. He is coked the fuck out. Allegedly, of course. We don't know. But
jeez. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll Glossop, can figure it out.
But I just like, I'll be honest, the last couple songs been chops.
Yeah.
They've been chops. I don't know what's missing, but it's all a chop.
Maybe she needs to go on Rhythm and Flow, get them to
You know what?
get it together.
She's gonna go on Rhythm and Flow. She already has a record deal. Well, I don't know if she has a record deal.
Well, they could give her some advice. And also I was like, we haven't talked about that too. Like, have you been watching that?
I have not watched it this season.
Okay. The episodes have been, or the last half of the episodes, I think, just came out.
Well, maybe I'll watch it this week.
Yeah,
That's good. Watch it this week. I have not. I've been like watching all my comfort shows. But I'll watch it this week. I definitely want to. Because I've been seeing clips like floating around and stuff. Okay, so the Rocksteady music video got released. What did you think of it? Tell me, what are your thoughts about it? And then I have a question for you.
Okay. I was a bit confused.
Okay.
I was like, I feel like there was no setup to this. Like, I get the vampire, like, I get it, but I was like, I don't know why.
Okay. Have you ever seen the movie Jennifer's Body?
No.
Okay. So this is like a play on that of the movie, the film Jennifer's Body, where Megan Fox, the actress, she stays young by feeding on men. So that's kind of like what it was a play on.
Got it.
The music video. I want Megan to do a horror movie. Like, I don't know how good her acting chops will be. With some people, I feel like they're so famous that I would not be able to watch a movie and be like, if I watch her in a movie and every time I'm like, no, that's Beyonce. That's not whoever the fuck you said that is. That's Beyonce.
I feel you.
I'm wondering, do you think that Megan is a victim of that? Or do you think she would be good, like, in a movie? Do you think it's too late?
No, I don't think it's too late. I definitely think I think she's giving like supporting cast. I
Yeah?
don't think she's
You don't think she can
like.
lead a movie?
I mean, she could, but
But
I
would
feel
you
like
believe
what
it?
you said. That's what I'm saying. Like I like to your point. I feel like I'd be like, that's Megan Thee
That's
Stallion.
Megan Thee
Like,
Stallion. I don't know.
but like
what
if
you
she-
said.
but I'm like, I was about to typecast her. I was like, if she was Black Friend,
Black
who
friend
said
number
that
2.
said that said, girl, you tripping? Like,
Girl, what's going on, girlfriend? Let's
Right.
sit down and do our nails together. And the white friend's like, I just don't
You're
get why my
right.
boyfriend. You're like, yes.
right? Like, I could see that. I
Yeah.
could see like she has a minimal amount of lines. She's featured.
Yeah.
She gets a couple of scenes, but she's not the
Okay.
whole thing.
Like, did you ever see the movie John Tucker Must Die?
No,
Oh
is
my
that a
God.
horror film? I don't watch
No,
horror films.
it's not a horror film. No, it was just like
Oh.
a very famous like high school movie in the early 2000s. And
Let me see.
Ashanti was in it.
Oh, okay.
Ashanti was in the movie, and this was at the time where Ashanti was popping. Okay,
Yeah.
so I remember watching that, and I was watching it for Ashanti,
Yeah.
like because I wanted to see her in the movie. And actually, John Tucker Must Die has become one of my favorite movies.
Really? I might have to watch it.
It's a
today.
very easy watch, but it's very
Oh, Ben
2000s
Bagley's in here?
coded.
Okay.
Yes, like no, it's incredible actually.
Oh,
But
she's in there
people
too?
were saying like they could see Megan starring in a John Tucker Must Die kind of film. So
Okay.
I want you to watch that film and
Mhm.
then come back and tell me if you agree.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, so then Malibu Mitch dropped a song.
No.
No, just
No.
no. Just
No.
no.
I sped it up on 1.25 and I was like, definitely no. Still.
It was a chop. It was repetitive and just not great. Even the
Yeah.
music video was low budget.
yes.
Like it was not great. I don't
given
know.
Tubi.
This is another one. Listen. And you know what? I talk a lot of shit about Tubi, but they have an
still be on the-
incredible collection of like art house films and
Oh, really?
classic films, like Criterion collection type films. You would be actually surprised.
Okay.
mean,
I
they're
only go
still
there for the low.
garbage.
I was like, I go there for the low budget.
Okay, what's your favorite low budget Tubi movie that you think I should watch? I know you love Hoochie
All
Daddies.
right, I got you.
I
Oh,
still have not watched Hoochie
you
Daddies.
gotta watch it. Okay, I just watched this one, and
I'm gonna
I
write
think,
this down.
and I watched it with my sister, and the ending was surprising.
Okay, I
was-
love it. I love it.
It's called The Affair,
The Affair.
and it's about a pastor
Of
who
course it
gets
is.
his mistress pregnant
Of
and his
course
wife
he
pregnant
does.
at the same
Of
time.
course he does. Just
And
like
then-
a nigga.
And then A Good Man is another one that I just watched, and
A
it has
Good
a
Man.
part, and it has a part 2.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
How do I get cast in a Tubi movie?
You definitely can. I'm sure it's
If I
not
got
hard.
cast in a Tubi movie, would you come to the premiere?
Oh yeah, for
Love it.
sure. I would so be there. I'd be like, what else are you all in? What else are you all?
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. The Twice.
Okay,
The
yeah.
song Twice. It was called. I said not the song Twice. Twice is the
Strategy.
name. The Twice is the name of the group. It's 37 of the motherfuckers in that group, and then they
Okay.
featured a.
I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to figure out who was in the group,
Who the fuck is in the group and who's an extra?
but also,
What's the dancer?
did you feel like it was like from who I identified in the group? It felt very whitewashed. Like I don't know.
if I saw that in the music. I might have to go back and watch the music video again.
I don't know. I just felt like the way that it was, I don't know, shot or the type of way that they were, the way that they were dressed. I was just like,
Ooh.
I feel like when you, this is like a Korean pop group,
right,
right?
like they're like a K-pop group. And again,
Okay.
I'll say this: I still can't believe they speak English. Like I didn't know they spoke English. This
Yeah.
was shocking for me to discover yet again. Every
No,
time.
it was great. Every
I'm
time.
shocked every single time. I'm just
No.
expecting something else.
I was surprised. Like, I don't know. I was just like,
I gotta go back
it
and
was-
watch it now.
it
Now I
was-
gotta
it
go
was
back
off.
and watch it.
it was a little off for me. But I mean, Meg Thee Stallion ate up. Like, she.
I thought
she
her verse
chewed.
was good, but I'm also like, did this song even need it?
No, I don't think it did. I really don't.
My thing, I have more logistical questions about Twice. How much money are they each getting? Seeing that there are
Mm.
107 people in this one girl group. How do people identify who's singing what part on the song? Like, how does travel work with
I have no idea.
13,000 people in one group? I don't get it, you know?
I don't get it.
I don't get it. But you know what? It was a cute song. I'm not gonna listen to it again.
Probably not.
I just
Probably
don't see
not.
that. The song 2016 by Sad Boy featuring Cleo Chapa, who are both nominated for our Put Me On for 2025 Rising Stars. What did you think of this song? Because I had some
I was
thoughts.
like, I don't think I listened to this one.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you, you
Is
did
it
not
worth
miss
it?
much.
Oh,
The song Sad Boy is
I really want to like Sad Boy.
and it's crazy because Sad Boy is from Toronto as well.
Yeah, Canada.
Sad Boy is from Toronto as well.
No.
This sounds like a sentient version of Drake from the year 2016. And Cleo Chapa honestly did not add anything to this song, like at all. Like nothing. And it didn't give. Like it just, for me, it fell flat. You know?
Okay.
What about this song, Peggy by C China? What is that song, Peggy?
Mariah, I could not get through this music video. Why was she wearing this bikini? That she should have just worn pasties.
In the middle of winter in London.
She should have just worn pasties. Like, I wouldn't have been mad at it, but she has like a thought and a hope holding up her boobs. Right
And I
now.
mean, it's working.
It's
working. Like the boobs didn't fall out once.
I was so nervous. I was like, I can't watch.
You were nervous. You said I have to look away.
I can't
I
see this anymore.
Away.
And I was like, she was out here in London
in the winter.
I couldn't.
Winter in London.
I was literally watching it with my boyfriend. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. I can't.
Okay, what did you think about the song? The content of it?
Too distracted. Didn't like it. I couldn't even focus on it. I was like, she's done for me. She's done for me.
For me, this song is insane. I don't particularly like it, but I also don't dislike it. I feel like this is the British version of Sukiyana, and I want them to collaborate. That being said, pegging men has never really been on my bucket list, you know?
Yeah, I could. But if they were to ask you,
if a man asked me to peg him, if it was like one of my hookups that I just met, I'm not gonna peg you. I feel like pegging is something that's so personal. I feel like I would have to have like a very good, long-standing relation. Like for me, pegging feels like on the same level as me having period sex, which is another thing that I wouldn't do with someone I was just casual with, you know? For me, if I'm gonna have period sex with you, I have to like really know you. We have to be locked in. We got to be locked in, you know, even if we're still like not exclusive.
Yeah.
Because I really don't do that. But
right.
I don't know if I could peg someone that I don't know. I don't know if I could peg someone that I do know.
Well, I was going to say, I would ask if you did know, like, this was your...
I don't think anybody has ever requested even a finger up there. Like, I think one guy did one time, but my acrylic broke off in his ass. And so then we never did that again. So...
I think you got to add this to your set. Like...
acrylic broke off in his ass. So I don't do...
Yeah, like you gotta be like, I'm adventurous, but you know,
I'm not that adventurous. You're giving me new material. I don't know. I'll figure out how to work that
I feel like you could work that in.
I don't know how, but no, I don't think I would. I really don't. Maybe I'm too vanilla, but I don't know if pegging is on my my menu of things I'm cool with.
It's not there
sexually.
I feel you.
I don't really like too much in the ass area, you know. I don't really want to visit it at all. So
no, I get it.
What about you? Would you do that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I came to I actually no, not I don't think so. No, and because
there's no way.
No, because I don't think I would get pleasure from doing.
That's very true. What would I gain from pegging you?
Yeah,
you know,
like
I feel like I know. Okay, I know like men have a G-spot there. But for me, I feel like wouldn't it for the women who enjoy pegging men, is it like the sexual pleasure
Of
derived.
giving it to somebody, like
Yeah, of like the
their
power,
pleasure.
the
Oh, the
power, the
power.
power aspect of that. I don't really like that. I don't need that. I'm more of a power bottom situation. Like
Mhm.
I don't need to be like giving it to you. You know? I
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
take it. You know? And
Yeah.
maybe that's very like cis
No,
hetero woman
no,
of
not at
me,
all.
but I
We all have our preferences. I get it. No, I just don't think that. I think that's where I realized I was like, that's my stop. If
yeah,
I don't feel like I
yeah.
will gain pleasure from it,
I
then
can't do
I
it.
don't think it's for me. Then
I agree. If I'm like
so
not even willing to like I'm not willing to go there. I gotta be honest. Like
yeah,
it's not for me. But you know what? I hope C China is good, making men toot it up in the back of the tube and on the big red bus. Have you ever been to London?
I have been to
Did you
London
ride the big
once.
red bus?
I think so. I think I did. I did it when I went when I was, I think 18. So
Okay.
damn, it's been like 10 years.
I went last summer.
Okay.
Not this past summer, but the summer before I went to London. That was my first time ever being in the UK. And
Hmm.
I was so excited to ride the big red bus. Like it was like the thing at the very top of my list was like,
Yeah.
we gotta go to one of those phone booths. We gotta ride the
Yeah.
big red bus. Apparently the phone booth is disgusting. So we did not stand inside of the phone booth. But we
Ooh,
did
really?
ride the big red bus. And I'm just like, now I'm imagining, what would it be like if someone was just in the back of the bus? I saw some things when I used to take the bus. Okay,
Yeah,
I've
I'm
seen
sure
men flicking the bean. I've seen men like I saw this one man full out 6 a.m. I'm on the bus on my way to school watching porn. I saw this man. I mean, oh my god, like he was watching like it would. They were
no
going to.
headphones,
They were going to no, of
no
course not. Of
headphones.
course not. They were going to town in that video, and I'm just like, the audacity of it's 6 something in the morning. I'm on my way to school. This
Right.
is not. This is
This is not what
so,
I need to hear.
So I guess pegging isn't really the worst thing that someone has ever done on a bus. You know, I saw somebody do a crack on a bus once.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and everybody was mad.
Everybody
because
was mad.
I don't want to smoke crack secondhand. You got to do that
Yeah.
shit somewhere else. I don't want to inhale
Do it in the
crack
public.
accidentally.
Yeah,
You
do it in
can't
the
be doing
public.
crack on a bus. This is a closed space. We can all get a contact high.
We're not here for your hot box.
Don't want to get a contact high. I've seen people doing heroin on the bus. The point, yes, girl, LA is so
Wow.
nasty. I don't know
This
if
was
people
all
know
in
that.
LA. Okay, now I was like, oh, this is Chicago.
Well, some of it was in Chicago. I saw the man
Okay.
watching the porn when I was in high school.
Jeez.
We've gotten so off track.
Yeah, actually. Anyway,
got to come back. We got to come back.
well, the What's Tea song featuring Kelly, I actually liked it. I was like, oh, this is a house bop. Like, this is
love this producer. What it's
I hadn't heard of
Creek.
them before.
This producer has done other songs. He did a song with Ken the Man. I think he did
Okay.
another song with Callie. It's
Mhm.
Kitsch Creek. Look him
Kitsch
up. Look
Creek.
him up. Kitsch Creek. So the song is What's Tea. It's on his new album, German Engineering. I liked it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was good. Oh, I
Yeah.
wonder if Callie had her baby. Do you think she had her
Oh,
baby?
true.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. She had a baby. So Millie's having a baby. Who's next?
Who's next? Next.
Okay, if you had to pick
Oh, wow. Okay.
a favorite song of the week of the new songs that have been released, what would it be? Or from this list, what would be your standout?
I was like, tough.
I know, because it was a lot of
Lot
flops
of-
on this motherfucker.
I was gonna say, like, What's Tea was definitely the standout for me. Like, that's something that I feel like I'm going to download, and I'm also gonna listen to this album because they have Future Mariah the Scientist is on this as
Yeah.
well. So I'm definitely gonna listen to them.
Yeah, he works with like a ton of rappers and black
No,
people.
I'm here for it.
And I really love that. So
What about you?
if I had to pick, this is tough. I think I don't know. I think I'm also gonna pick What's Tea
Yeah.
as like the song of the week, because the rest of these, well, that and Doechie's Tiny Desk, obviously.
Yeah,
but those
yeah.
aren't new songs,
No, yeah, I was about
Um,
to say like that Rocksteady, those weren't new songs.
right?
So
So that doesn't count.
mhm.
All right, should we get into our main topic?
Yeah.
So today for our main topic, we're going to take it way back, okay? We're going to take you back one time to the good old days of radio. we have
To
talked
the dial.
to the dials. Turn that dial. Don't turn that dial. We've talked, I feel like, so many times in the past couple of months about, oh, we used to listen to this on the radio, or that song used to play on the radio a lot. And it got me thinking about radio as a medium and as a conduit for us to experience female rap, especially so early on in our lives. And so we
Mhm.
wanted to make that our main topic for today. So I want to know, like, did you listen to the radio growing up? And what were your
Yeah.
go-to stations? Like, because I feel like I can remember my go-to stations.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if I wanted to listen to hip hop, it was
Mhm.
K104 or 97.9 The Beat.
And this
hip-hop
is in
station.
Texas.
This is in Texas,
Yes.
yes. And then we also, when we got serious, we would listen
Come on,
to The
Sirius.
Heat. Yes, serious. The Heat. What is it? Shade 45.
Love that.
Sometimes if my dad was like being adventurous. And then Hip Hop Nation was the other one on
Hip Hop
Sirius that I listened
Nation. Yes, I remember
Yeah.
Hip Hop Nation on
Mhm.
Sirius. So
What about you?
I listen to the radio, I mean, every single day. Look,
Yeah.
every single day growing up.
Mhm.
And like we would always listen to, if you wanted to listen to hip hop, we listened to 92.3, this is
Okay.
Chicago, or 107.5, which is WGCI. And I just remember like hearing all of those like breaks and hearing artists be like, hey, this is Beyonce, and you're listening to
Oh,
92.3.
yes.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, Beyonce ain't been here in 20 fucking years to this
No.
fucking radio station, but they still have her saying that. Like, you're
Right.
listening to the hottest station in hip hop and R&B, and then
Yeah.
playing like the worst clean version of a song.
Oh
But
my God. Yes.
you don't know that. Okay, I want to know then, when you were a kid, how important was, or even is, radio in determining what songs you hear and what your like music taste was like? How important was the
Yeah.
radio to that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it gave exposure to like, I guess, music that I wouldn't have heard of because, like, obviously social media wasn't as poppin', like, or was relevant when we
Yeah,
were like
that's
growing
true.
up. And so it was like that was the only source, that and like I guess TV, like watching like MTV or like BT would be the only way that you would hear new music.
Yeah.
And I think that was a lot more consistent throughout my childhood of being able to hear that type of music.
Yeah.
And especially like I think within the confines of my parents as well. Like my dad didn't care as much, but my mom definitely cared about like cursing and like music
okay.
and like what we would listen to.
Yeah.
And so that was like the opportunity that like I could hear like what I wanted to
Yeah.
hear. And it was like the clean version.
That's so interesting. For me, like the radio, it would always depend on who I was with, you know, on like what we were listening to. Like my mama didn't care. Like we were gonna listen when we were in the car with my mama. We was gonna listen to some like old school R&B. And at the time, I guess it wasn't old school, but we was listening to like Mariah Carey, always Mary J.
Yeah.
Blige. You know, she was gonna play some hip hop. You know, later on, we were gonna listen to Drake. When I was with my dad, we were listening to Jay-Z. We were listening to Eminem, Mobb Deep. You know, shit like that. When I was with my
Yeah.
grandma, she never, ever allowed us to listen to hip hop in her car. It was always jazz. Smooth
Oh.
jazz. That was it. All she would play is Chet Baker and Dizzy Gillespie. Like she never, ever, ever listened to songs with words when we were in the car with
Oh.
her as kids, which is
Interesting.
crazy. And then my other
Mm.
grandma, she wouldn't listen to hip hop either. It was just like Motown classics, like the standards,
okay.
you know, listening to every Motown artist ever signed, you know, like that was really it. So a lot of my taste kind of came from like obviously who I was in the car with, but I feel
Yeah.
like it also, BT really contributed a lot to what I was listening to, or rather what I liked, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I was like, BT is young, it's hip, it's me. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to sit in my grandma's car listening to Dizzy Gillespie. Like I'm 10 years old, girl. Like I want to go listen to some fucking Beyonce, some Jay-Z.
Right.
I want to listen
Yeah.
to like that kind of stuff. And then when I was with my
Mhm.
cousins, my older cousins, because I'm the only girl and I have
Mhm.
3 younger brothers, so I'm the oldest. But of my cousins, who are
Mhm.
all pretty much girls, I'm like the youngest, you know,
Okay.
of them. So I was like with them and I was watching BET Uncut and we were
Yeah.
listening on the radio and they would be playing Trina and I
Yeah.
didn't know the words. So my cousins would be like, turn that shit up. and they're singing it, and now I'm like, damn, I gotta go home and learn this shit. So the next time,
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Them in the car.
embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it was really important depending on like who I was with of what I was listening to.
No, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say another element of that. I mean, this is a radio, but like, I guess the influence from the radio is like, remember when you used to burn CDs?
Yes. Oh my God.
So it's like, what made the cut to burn on a CD?
Oh my
Like,
God. I remember the first time I learned how to burn a CD.
I felt like I was,
Oh my God.
I don't know, you couldn't tell me anything. My mom was like, oh, can you make me a playlist?
No,
Yeah, I can
literally
make a
every
playlist, like-
time, every time. And I was so certain when I sat down at a computer for the first time, I was like, I'm never going to get this. I was like,
Yeah.
this is the most complicated thing that I've ever had to do
Ever
in my
had to do?
fucking life. And
Yeah.
all it is moving the files
Lit-
from the fucking computer onto
press
the
down,
disc.
burn.
Oh my God. And I swear to God, it was the most complicated piece of technology that my young ass, and the
Can you
thing is,
imagine?
and the crazy thing is the adults couldn't do it either.
No, they couldn't do it. They
They
had no
were worse
idea.
than us.
Yeah.
So no, I used to love to burn CDs. That's how I got
Yeah.
the first virus on our family computer.
Yikes.
Good
What?
times. Those are back in the days of LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Fucking Soldier Boy on every song. Like, oh my God, that was
I
awful.
can't.
Okay, my next question is kind of a fun one, and it doesn't have to be exclusively female rap.
Okay.
But was there ever a song that you heard, or rather, I'm going to phrase the question this way. Was there a song that you heard on the radio and you heard the
Mhm.
clean version, and then
Yeah.
later of your own volition or accidentally you heard the explicit version and then you preferred the radio version over it? Was there ever a song that
Oh.
way that happened? Because I can think of like two.
I was about to say, okay, so like one that I only heard on the radio, like period, not they didn't have the explicit version. B5.
B5? The
B5.
girls don't really know.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. I feel like I only heard that on the radio.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they played before. Well, no, they were playing the video for All I Do on BET.
yes.
It was
yes.
in every top 10 countdown. Like, it was in every one. And I was like, if I could be that girl.
Right. I know. I
The little
know.
light-skinned, skinny girl. Because, you know, them niggas was El
Yeah, I know.
DeBarge light-skinned.
Yeah. Christmas.
They
I can't.
were.
No, but I actually, side note, the highlight of my youth, I did get to meet B5, and it
What?
was a moment. Yes, they
Why
got to
and
sing.
where did you meet B5?
They were in Texas, and they were doing like singing, like welcoming the Christmas spirit. And my dad was in office at the time, and so they're like, "Oh, we can get you backstage, and like we can say hi to them." And I was like, "I'm so nervous," and I was like, "I don't know if I could do this." Da 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 da. And they're like,
What
and
did you
my
wear?
dad, I don't even.
Did
know.
you mull
He's
over your
something
outfit choice?
something from Limited Too, you know, like it's probably, you know what, if anything it was probably like some sequence with the scarf
Ooh,
combo, you know.
Wait, with the little vest attached, and you're like, I'm finna fuck up the city with
I'm
this
gonna
one.
eat, I'm gonna eat,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna eat.
fuck up the city with this one. See, my fat ass, I used to shop at Deb. Remember Deb?
No.
Okay, of course you don't. But because I couldn't fit shit at the Limited too, so I
Okay.
was shopping at Deb and Wet Seal. Do you remember Wet Seal?
Oh, Wet Seal.
Oh.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No.
So you like
but
B5, the radio version
B5,
of B5?
Yeah, B5. And then I was gonna say, what was the other song? I preferred the explicit version, Gold Digger.
Oh my god.
So I only used to hear the clean version of it.
Yeah.
And then I heard the explicit version and I preferred that. And I remember I don't think I fully grasped like all the curse words. And I was
that's
at
true.
and like this was like by like a story I had when I was at a sleepover, and it was somebody's birthday and they were playing Gold Digger, but they're playing the clean version because we're at somebody's mama's house.
Right, of course.
And I'm singing the lyrics, but then I add in the curse words and they're like, oh. And I was like,
And
I
you
was
were
like,
the only one too. And
yeah, and I was like,
was looking at you.
I was like, what did I say?
You
I
said
was like,
that
what
I-
did I say?
Did I say something wrong? Like, well,
Yeah.
that's what you said on the song.
Those were the two though that were like radio standouts. To me.
Ooh, okay. My thing, the one song, or rather it's two It was that song by Snoop Dogg, "Sexual Eruption."
Oh, what is
It
it?
was
Sexual
Sexual
seduction?
Seduction, Sensual Seduction.
Yeah.
That was the clean version of it.
Oh,
The
okay.
dirty version of it is a little bit too much for me. I don't
Really? I
want
gotta listen
I
to
don't
it
want
again.
Snoop Dogg to be rapping to me about erupting. I don't. But then there was the other one, The Dream.
Uh-huh.
Shawty is the shit. But
Yes,
I
yes.
preferred Shawty is a 10.
Oh
A
my
10. I don't know
god,
why.
really?
I did, because
I
that
forgot
was,
about that
of
song.
course you did. But remember, they used to play them on the radio
They did.
a lot. They used to
They
play that shit on the
did.
radio. And I just like, I don't know when I heard the dirty version of it for the first time.
Probably on
But
YouTube.
probably on you. It probably was on YouTube, but like early YouTube.
Early YouTube, yeah.
Very early YouTube.
Mhm.
Oh my god, no, that was the song I was like, I kind of like this version better that I've been singing.
Yeah.
You know, but see, my mom was
Mhm.
never the type to care about like listening to the clean version of songs or anything
Okay.
like that. You know, she wasn't super, helicopter parent-y. She didn't want us cursing or anything, but for the
Okay.
music, we would always hear like the explicit version.
Oh, yeah.
But the radio version is what we heard the most, like most often, you know?
Right, right.
And I want to know then, when we got a little bit older,
Mhm.
streaming was introduced. How did
Mhm.
that change the way that you listen to music? And do you prefer it over radio or vice versa?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even before streaming, I feel like, again, just like having access to the Apple Store, like being able to look through iTunes. That's what it was, iTunes. And I had like a iPod Shuffle.
Yeah, yeah,
It just
yeah.
gave you so much more access to the type of music that was out there. And so I feel like, and it's not nowhere near as complicated as it was, I guess, or is now.
Yeah.
But it was just like simply look up artists. They had an album. And then like the top 100s were, I feel like, really like helpful to, like, that was like the exposure. But I think the iTunes store and then also like YouTube was more of like,
YouTube for sure.
because it was like they would have like obviously like the suggested music videos that would come after or what's going on next. So I feel like that's how it changed for me. It just opened up my exposure a lot more.
Yeah, I think like I had favorites. I had things hits that I'd heard and videos that I'd seen on BT. But then when streaming came, and even like you said, like the introduction of YouTube changed it as well, because now I think YouTube used to send me down rabbit holes, of just watching videos of artists, of songs that I'd never heard, of watching interviews, of watching backstage. Like YouTube it really opened it up. Like I feel like the radio kind of introduced me to these artists, and then BT kind of made me a real big fan. But then it was YouTube and streaming that kind of like really made me a lover of the art form of music and of how expansive it is. Like there's always more music to discover. You've never heard all the music you're going to hear in your life. There's always so much more to hear. And I think that, like, obviously I don't prefer radio because I hate commercials.
Yes.
And I hate the clean version of songs.
Yes.
And I love, having things at my fingertips like you do with streaming. But there is something about radio that gives me a fun, good, nostalgic feeling of being young.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that can ever be replicated again. And I think that's a time too.
Yeah.
That's a time too that, I don't know, our culture could never really like replicate and can't really explain it to people who weren't there.
Exactly. And I feel like I was going to say that I remember like when YouTube first came out, like, would you ever like look up your like, you would have your like 3 songs. You're like, oh, I got to bring these to like the sleepover, or like I got to show my friends.
Absolutely.
Like, that
Absolutely.
was such a, I guess that's the equivalent of like you got on the aux and everybody's like, what song is this?
Yes.
Like,
but that was pre getting on the aux. Like they still, the aux was still like a tape and a cord attached.
Right.
You put it in the tape deck, and there's a little cord that you attach into the earphone when the phone still had the earbud.
Yes.
That used to attach it into there. The first time I saw that was in my aunt's car, and I said, what is this contraption? What is is this new technology that you've unlocked?
Oh my
How are you
god.
playing the songs from your phone? I couldn't believe it. I
Yeah.
could not believe it. I mean, and
No.
the way that it just kind of like skyrocketed into
Right.
another
Bluetooth,
stratosphere.
like,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't even need Bluetooth. Now you have CarPlay. Now there's
CarPlay,
a
yeah.
fucking screen in your car that's a touch screen and you can see everything, you know? Not my car. I'm poor. But other people have that.
Little scar, yeah.
People who have new cars have that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this is my favorite
Mm-hmm.
and most fun question. And I really cannot wait to hear what you have to say to this. And if you're listening to this episode, tweet us, comment on TikTok, let us know. I want you to tell me your top 5 favorite female rap songs that the radio introduced us to.
Yeah. No. I'm curious to see what other people would have.
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
I'll
or
go
do you want me
first.
to
Do you
go
want to
first? Okay.
volley back and forth, or do you want me
Yeah,
to
we
give
can, we
all of
can.
mine? Okay,
Yeah.
so number 6. Actually, I did 6. I cheated
I
because
was like, I thought we were doing 5.
I couldn't count. I couldn't keep it. Okay, number
Okay.
6. This one is so obvious. Super bass. I
Yes.
mean,
I almost put that. Okay.
they played this motherfucking song until the wheels were bald and bare. Okay? My mama hated this song so fucking much because every single time they would play it, I'd be like, turn that the fuck up. And I'm
Yeah.
rapping it word for word. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing that YouTube introduced me to as well.
What?
The Super Bass music video.
Oh, yeah.
You knew a video was
those
legit.
those lyrics videos.
This lyric video. I love it. Especially when they would be just dead ass wrong. And I'm like, somebody really spent their time putting this shit together. You know? Like I used to be like, how did they do this shit? But then
Oh my
also
gosh.
like when the music video would have like a Vivo stamp on it.
Yes.
And that's how you knew it was an official.
It was legit.
It
Yeah.
was legit a music video. Oh God. The kids will never
Oh my
understand.
god.
They'll
They will never
understand.
know.
Okay,
They'll
what's your
never
number
know.
5?
Okay, my number 5 I have is a Work It.
I didn't
Work
even
It.
think of that one, but you're so fucking right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so right. Work It.
Oh.
Missy had the radio on lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hers was my first 2. I had Work It and then Gossip Folks were
Okay.
like my 2.
Gossip Folks, yes.
Mhm.
Gossip Folks, absolutely. Oh my God, why did I not think of that one?
What did you have? What else do you
Okay,
have?
number 5 for me was Rock Your Hips by the Crime Mob.
Oh my
Do you
god, yeah.
remember? I got
Yeah.
32 flavors of this
The
bootylicious
bootylicious
bubble gum.
bubblegum
Oh my
raspberry.
God. People really don't give Diamond and Princess enough credit. They were kind of like OG
They
city
were holding it
girls. Like
down.
they really are like OG city girls. But
Yeah.
these bitches was out there, and they was like Crime Mob music. You hear it and you want to fight. You know what I mean? Like you
No,
just
yeah.
want to beat some ass. So that was my number 5.
Okay. I did Work It, Gossip Folks, and then I have O by Sierra.
You know what? That one counts.
Yeah.
That one counts. She's not exactly rapping.
I
but
was like, she's not rapping, but I was like,
I think that one counts, and I'll allow it. And
I also have another alternate as well. So.
Oh, that's okay, because I had 6.
Yeah.
So we're not following
Okay.
the rules completely. But you know what? Do you remember seeing that music video when she does the little thing where she makes like the O and it's like a ring of fire and then
Yes,
she's like doing the
yes.
little hip roll thing in the video?
Fire.
Oh
fire.
gosh. That one, and then she climbed on top.
On the top of the hood.
Oh, she got me into a lot of trouble that summer. Oh, right on the top, on the hood.
No, you didn't.
I sure did. And I put a dent in that bitch. Do you know how much trouble I was in? Sierra,
I can't.
you owe me some fucking money. Let's not fuck them my mama car.
What do you
Okay,
have
my
next for
next
3?
one is Conceited by Remy Ma. Yeah, this was like right at her coming out. The Terror
Yeah.
Squad was really hot. They used to play say my niggas don't dance, they just pull up their pants and do the rock away. And that's kind of how I got introduced to Remy Ma. And then Conceited came out and it was like every fucking where. Like I look too good to me. I'm conceited. I got a reason. And I mean, it's so catchy. Like
It is.
and
It's
she
so
was just
catchy.
talking her shit.
Yeah.
And she kind of had like the girls doing the blonde bang. with
Oh
the
my
black
God.
bundle. Do you
Yes.
remember that?
Yes.
It was so
Oh,
hot. Like she had everybody doing the ice blonde
the swoop.
black with the swoop, the black bundles in the back, and they were like wet and wavy bundles.
I
The
can't.
fucking Tims and the baby fat jacket with the
I was like the
flaps,
baby pants.
with the
Yeah.
flap hoodie that unzip. Oh my God.
I can't.
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
It was a time.
It
It was
really
a
was a
time.
time. Okay, what's your next one?
The next one that I had was Moment for Life. I used to anticipate hearing that
Yes.
on the radio. I was like, I hope they play it.
Yes, I love Moment for Life. It used to make me tear up.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I know.
I'm gonna make it out of here one day.
One day.
Just like Nikki, but I'm gonna get out of here one day. No, that one, yeah. My next one is actually crazy because it's Your Love.
That's a good one. That was a good, I think that
Like
was
that song so
I was like,
often.
I think that was my like introduction into Nicki. Now that I think
Really?
about it. Yeah. Yeah.
That song?
I'm trying to think.
My
And then I
God.
looked her up and then I saw Itty Bitty Piggy.
Right, and then you
The
discovered it.
freestyle.
You discovered it. Oh my God, they used to play Your Love. They wore that song. I hated that song by the end of the year because
Yeah.
they played it so often.
They played it so
They
much. I
played
forgot
it
about that song.
so fucking. They played it out, but I also love it. She's like da 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 da, like the little sound of she's in the song. I'm
Oh
like,
my
you know what?
God.
You gotta give her to her. She really goes there. You know, she
Yeah.
really did not used to hold back at all. She was camp.
Yeah. No.
Okay, what's your next one?
The last one I have was Crazy in Love by
Okay.
Beyonce. That was one of the like first, or that was like one of my earlier memories of like hearing something on the radio.
Hearing it on
And I
the
was like,
radio, hearing it on the commercials on the TV, hearing it in your favorite TV show. Crazy in Love was inescapable. It was inescapable, and I did not want to escape it.
right.
Like, I remember
The fact
doing
that
the
they made
dance.
That's So Raven. Yeah.
And everybody knew.
Knew it.
Everybody knew instantly. She didn't even have to say it was
Yeah.
Beyonce. Like, we all knew. And then we're all doing the
Oh,
I want that dance. Oh my God, no, that song. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll never be another like her. You know,
I know.
her husband aside. So her husband aside.
Listen.
Okay, I have two
listen.
more.
Okay.
One is The Jump Off by Lil Kim.
Oh, good one.
That one, it's every time I hear that beat, I'm just like
Mhm.
triggered. I'm back in 2000, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck, 2000, whatever. And they were playing that song over and over and over. And don't get me wrong, she ate
Oh, she ate.
and left no crumbs. I would even go on a limb to say La Bella Mafia is
Mhm.
one of her better bodies of work.
Mm.
Incredible. And especially since everybody was like, oh, she doesn't have Biggie to write her rhymes anymore.
Mm.
She's never gonna. And then she came out with this. Like, I thought that was
Yeah.
incredible. And then my number one was Candy by Foxy Brown featuring Khalees, which we talked about. Just because that chorus, it just reminds me of radio. I feel like they played that song the fuck out. I tell you,
Yeah.
it's just like candy. I tell you, it's just like every time I hear it, I'm not even honestly thinking about Foxy's verses. Like I'm
Right.
just that chorus.
About the chorus.
The
Yeah.
chorus was so fucking catchy. I just could
Mhm.
not. I could not get it out of my head. I really couldn't.
And I feel like maybe that's what's the like common theme with some of these or some of the songs that we mentioned is like that chorus
Yeah,
was always so catchy.
yeah. The
That
chorus
it's
was
like that's
catchy,
why
or
you
the
were like
the beat
or
really
the beat.
like
Yeah.
with Crazy in Love. Before the
Mhm.
song even starts, you
Mhm.
already know what it is.
Right.
You already know what it is.
Exactly.
Woo.
Exactly. Listen.
Woo! All right.
That was really went down like memory lane.
It didn't it? I didn't even think we
Yeah.
were going to talk about some of that stuff, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, music rec time. Do
Okay.
you have one?
Let's
'Cause I have
see.
one.
Yeah, you go. You
Okay,
go.
so my music rec this week actually, you know, as much shit as I was just talking about them, is the Mamushi remix featuring Twice. Megan Thee
Oh,
Stallion's.
okay.
I actually really like this. Like, I think those girls kind of slid. I don't know which
I don't
one
think
of them.
I don't think this.
I don't know which one of them is rapping on this or how
I
many
gotta
of
listen
them.
to that.
I just thought it was just so cute and fun,
Yeah.
and I love the new verse that Megan added to this. And I was like, I kind of moved when I was listening to it. Like, I downloaded it. You know, like I
Yeah.
was feeling that. I was feeling
Yeah.
it. Okay, what's yours?
I'm gonna make mine Eve. And so I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do Rich Girl.
Okay.
Where she was the feature with Gwen Stefani.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. I love her and Gwen Stefani collabs. Like, never missed.
Right.
So that
Yeah.
works. Yeah. Okay, guys. So if you made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on social media, to vote in our award show, and have a great day. We'll see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girls At, a podcast about Black women in hip hop. Where My Girls At is produced and edited by Mariah Woods and hosted by Mariah Woods and Brianna LaRosliere. Follow us on Twitter at Where My Girls At 2, on Instagram at Where My Girls At _TH, and on TikTok at Where My Girls At Pod. See you next time.